Welcome to Max Cakes on the World. And this week, I'm gonna go without meat for 7 days, a 7-day vegan challenge. Now, I've seen all the benefits of not eating meat, and I truly wanna know, is it worth it? So this week, I'll be documenting my daily progress with daily weigh-ins, let you know how I'm feeling, and at the end, I'll let you know if being a vegan is a good idea or if it's a bad idea. We have my first meal for this challenge here, my first vegan meal, which is strange for me ordering food and not getting meat. Let's see what we have. This is just a salad with some penne pasta underneath. I never knew what these things are called, but I'm not eating these. And then this just a mix of different greens grounded up here. So like I know there's a lot of people that eat vegan and kind of maybe eat like on unhealthy side, but I just want to be clear for this challenge. Like I'm not going to be eating like a lot of chips or processed foods or things of that sort, like cookies and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm going to eat like pretty clean and just really see what the results can be of eating clean, no meat for a week. I'm coming toward the end of the day now, and so far so good. I'm working on my second green juice here, and I weighed in this morning. When I weighed in, I was 264. So I'm very curious to see how much weight I'll lose over the course of the week, or if I'll lose any weight. Day two, I weighed in at 263.8, and also on that day, I started to notice just like a lot of cleaning of my bowels. Pretty much, I had like a lot of diarrhea, which I started to Google, and turned out it's like perfectly normal when switching from like a meat-based diet to a plant-based diet. And I also found veggie burgers that day, and I may have overdid it with the veggie burgers just a little too much, because the next day when I woke up and weighed in, day three, I was 268, and I kind of freaked out a little bit because I'm like, this is like going the opposite way. I'm supposed to be, losing weight on this plant-based diet, not gaining weight. So I decided to do a juice cleanse on day three, and it worked pretty well because the next day I woke up to be 264.6. That was the day of me just drinking juices, straight, no food, nothing else. And I kind of decided, although I'm going to be vegan, I'm not going to necessarily just eat like vegan burgers all day. It's not quite a good idea. On day five, I weighed in at 260.8, and this day is also when I did some traveling. I did this 7-day vegan challenge while here in Colombia, so I was traveling anyway. I just happened to be in a big city, which kind of made all my eating choices a little bit easier. But I went to a smaller city in Colombia, and I found it a little bit more harder just to find vegan options that I liked. There weren't so many. I found some vegetarian options, but I'm like, the vegans can't eat cheese, so pizza was ruled out for me. And I went to order breakfast that day, and I asked for no meat, but the waitress totally forgot I said no meat and decided to pile like a big slab of bacon on my plate. And I didn't know what to do. I just had them remove the bacon, but I'm like, would a true vegan eat this? Because it was kind of touching my other ingredients. But I just removed the bacon and ate the food. Day six, I weighed in at 261, so I was still doing good with the whole the weight thing. I guess that was under control. I wasn't going crazy eating veggie burgers anymore, but I really started to miss cheese. And I found this, what they call it, vegan mozzarella cheese, and it was pretty good. I got a dish. It was like vegan mozzarella cheese, like with all types of like vegetables and stuff inside. But at first I got a little bit upset because I thought it was shredded chicken inside, because I guess the tofu, it looked so much just like chicken. I was just like, oh man, like, am I going to be able to eat this? It was like so upsetting when you're like starving and you get that food. But it just turned out to be really ground up tofu, and that was good. And my next day, day 7, I woke up to weigh in at 258.8, which, if you consider which I began from, I started at 264.6, and my last day was 258.8, so I lost a total of 5.8 pounds, that was good. I was excited about that, and being a vegan for a week, it wasn't that much of a challenge. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder for me, because for me, I'm a person, I love meat. Like, I'm a really high protein person, low on the carbs. So this was like trying something different for me, and it worked pretty well. I was a little nervous going into it, because when I eat carbs, I kind of just like blow up. So I was nervous about eating bread, but I'm surprised to see just how fine I was without meat and eating more bread and still able to lose weight. I felt pretty good through the whole process. I would definitely say it felt like I had a better sense of clarity. I feel like I had more of a calmness to me throughout the week than like when I eat meat. I feel like, I guess, a little bit more on edge, if that makes sense, a little more like antsy. But with the no meat diet, I felt pretty calm and pretty clear, and it was good. Today is day 8 for me, and I decided just to not eat meat just because I'm feeling so well. I don't think I'm gonna be a vegan, like, in the future. I definitely learned to control my eating habits more from this, and it definitely made me more conscious of what I'm eating, and just kind of like the stuff you're just putting into your body. It just made me realize how everything kind of just works hand in hand, and I think it's definitely gonna make me eat meat less. Maybe, I'm gonna focus more on like fish and chicken and seafood, a lot less red meat, and I probably won't eat as much meat as I used to, because I used to eat just like a lot of meat. But it felt good, and I would recommend that you try the 7-day vegan challenge just to see how your body feels, because your body feels and operates a lot differently. So if you guys are interested in trying this challenge, go for it. I hope you got some insight on this video of what eating no meat can do for you in 7 days. Make sure you smash that like button, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, fight on.